Oh my God, the challenger is going to get 2. Doesn't know who to shoot first. Oh, the ATGM is a little too close. And there you go, a second round now impacts. ZBL is going to try to at least track him, but that's going to do nothing as the challenger reloads and takes 2 for 1. And that is a complete Chinese wipe. Challenger dominating the hills of Talil. Hey guys, MoiDawg here, and today we've got another episode of Eye in the Sky where we take a look at a game of squad from the top down, and in this one we've got China's PLA up against the British on Talil. This is Talil Outskirts RAS V8, and it's one of the more unique matchups between the Chinese and British, and despite people saying that Talil is a boring camping map, this round had some amazing infantry movements, some incredible vehicle fights, and is probably one of the best Talil games that I've seen in quite a while, so I think you guys will enjoy. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and drop me a comment below with a map, game mode, or faction you'd like to see in the next one. And don't forget to check out the live streams over at twitch.tv/MoiDawg, where I stream throughout the week. But that's it for me. Enjoy the video. Peace. All right, Eye in the Sky, Talil Outskirts, and it's Talil Outskirts V8. So typically we spend a lot of time as staging goes on and we talk about the map, and I completely forgot about that. I was just like, oh my gosh, I haven't had a Talil PLA against UK. This is a kind of a cool matchup. Haven't seen it in a while. I got completely distracted. My bad. But we have the teams are up now. We're on board with the PLA, and they have a couple of ZBLs, which is their kind of BTR type variant. The HJ73C, that is actually the ATGM variant of their ZBL. Then they also have the 2 ZTZ tanks, the 99As coming up in about 10 minutes, and then also an ATGM, kind of like their Mat V, tow Mat V, and then a helicopter in 5. We also have for the Brits a couple of their recon vehicles. I believe these are the Scimitars. Then you have the CTAS. The CTAS absolutely shreds anything in their way with a really high-powered autocannon. And then you have the up-armored Warrior and their 2 Challengers and helicopter coming up later as well. So we have a wonderfully randomized random advance to secure, and the PLA's first point is Matha. Little secret here, guys, almost every single point, almost every single game, almost every single Talil, it's gonna be Batha. So squad 5 going over to wait, has anyone said anything yet? Am I talking over people? I don't think so. I don't think command has said a single word just yet. So we will be on board with PLA. If they say absolutely nothing, we actually might swap teams. I cannot believe not a single word has been said yet. But they are squad 5 over to capture Batha. Then you got West Al Qadir. Then Gas Town, which is a very fun point to fight on, especially after you get through the slog of the hangars.
3, how does Gas Town look down there, sir?
There you go. How does Gas Town look down there, sir? Well, it looks pretty good, but...
Anybody talking in command today? Gas,
Hey, someone's got to do it.
Beautiful.
I like it.
I'm going to swing around backside here and see if we can get it behind them.
Yo, somebody grab command. I need to leave. I'm sorry, guys.
Rip, that is not going to be fun. And the CTAS, hold on a second.
Yes, I'm sorry.
CTAS swaps over. And, oh my goodness, impacts with their secondary cannon, and it doesn't matter. Was that a full? Oh my God, that was a full vehicle. The CTAS makes incredibly quick work with not just the ATGM vehicle, but then what was that, the ZBD as well. ZBD 04A, and that's a 15-minute timer. Oh my goodness. That is not what you want to start off the match, especially in a game like Talil, where vehicles are going to run the show, and the British have just absolutely slaughtered. And that was just squad 6. Quacky and King Bob themselves just take charge. And hold on a second. speaking about vehicles, something is kind of odd right here. There is... What is even... ZBL has tracked an up-armored warrior, and it is impacts... it's a few of them are actually pinning through the front plate, I believe. But hold on, Scimitar showing up right behind him as well.
He's tracked and pretty fucked up.
So up-armored warrior to the right, stuck in the ditch, and the Scimitar, I don't know.
Hold on till Kadir's up.
Do they not see him yet? There's got to be something not rendering, which is why this is causing such an issue right now. Scimitar, no, it's not. Scimitar just decided not to fire yet. Scimitar could have taken out the ZBL easily. It has lightly skinned armor.
Squad
It's
2, how long on Kadir?
kind of like the BTR LAV type variant for
I think they unloaded infantry.
the Chinese, and right underneath us is going to be that ZBL. He did some drive smoke, and there he is. He's going to try to get...
Anybody stepping up as commander?
Oh, there is everything happening right now. Just heard an ATGM pop off as well. Not sure what that's impacting, but the ZBL decides to pop smoke, and that's actually going to give away his position to the Scimitar. Scimitar crew doesn't see it. ZBL should see that Scimitar now, lightly armored, and it's going to get torn to shreds here as the ZBL... Oh, hello, hangar.
They went gas town.
Yeah, alright, let's go.
I cannot believe they didn't just wait. That's a second Scimitar. Second Scimitar is turning around and trying to help him out. Help his fellow lightly skinned recon vehicle out. And he is going to, I think, now take aggro, and that is not going to go well for him. Scimitars cannot take a beating like they're armored. Oh, wait a second. ZBL, is he out of ammo? Is he reloading? Overheated? Should finish it off just now. The Scimitar facing his armor. What little armor he does have. Unbelievable. ZBL just face checks the Scimitar, and they must have just been impacting at a horrible angle to actually get pinned through that really light-skinned armor of the Scimitar. But here you go. Infantry's dismounting to try to take out. It looked like one of the crew members actually swapped out. I like the play. Swapped out to a quick anti-tank weapon to try to take out the Scimitar. That did not work, and now that is just about all of China's armor here, and these are massive timers. 15 minutes for all of them.
I don't know where it was.
And it looks like another ZBL was lost up north. Sizz, you can see him laying face down in the dirt from the map here, most likely taken out. I heard an ATGM out earlier. So let's take a look at what points we actually have, what caps are here, and hold on a second. Before we do that, we're gonna see if this ATGM can pull it off.
Gastown appears to be
That
clean.
is the Z8G helicopter, and that can fit a full squad, and it is doing a little bit of
It looks like
airborne
Tuesday
reconnaissance.
so you can just drop supplies at 7's forward base.
And the British tow gunner might get a fantastic shot if he gets a little lower, but it looks like the helicopter is going to stay nice and high. He's who we got here. Sausage Stringer. God damn it. All right, Sausage over here.
Someone wants to go deal with this.
Keeping an eye out on the gas station position because Batha has been secured. West Al Qadir secured as well for China. And now Gastown is the middle point. It is a 6-point layer. So we got Eridu, Upper Alley, and Iraqi Hangars A for the British. But there is just enough. We got about 75% secured for China, so they do have a little bit of work to do. But if the British can actually get organized and stage a good attack on a gas station, or gas town rather, then the armor is just not there for PLA to defend. Right now, PLA, if they want to pull it off, you need to have good ATGM fobs in your hangars. You need to have a decent fob at Gastown, and they don't even have anything yet. It's just a rally. One big attack could actually take out Gastown if the Brits want to do it.
We're gonna head towards hangars. Drop off these supplies up something.
I'm gonna head towards alley and try to get that tow.
Listen to command comms for just a sec as they try to plan out how they're just going to do it.
They got tows set up on Iraqi too.
British helicopter to our right, Chinese to our left, and
Yeah, they got me.
there it goes. I actually think that was the Warrior. Unbelievable shot by the up-armored Warrior, which was tracked, surrounded by Chinese infantry earlier, and he gets a nice little fly swatting achievement for Talil, and that is now going to put China at even a worse disadvantage. You have, looking at the map here, it is one fob for China on the eastern hangars. You have one fob for the British on the actual objective here. This is a little bit of a dangerous fob. Having a backup would be nice in case you do get overrun. One fob on Upper Alley Air Base. And if the Chinese lose this fob, which is an attack fob, we can see the attack fob will turn on the outlines and check out the nameplates over to the east here. This is an attack fob, obviously trying to push and get some aggression on Iraqi hangars. The issue is you have so much terrain to try to push over. You have so much open ground, and it is, you don't even have to build anything if you're the British to try to defend Iraqi hangars. Yeah, they have a couple mortars, they have their ATGMs, but there's so much just concrete in the way that you can see just a handful of infantry can cause a problem as Big Chops pokes his head up and knocks out both Peter and Tonrak. So the Chinese, they need to try to figure out somehow to get an attack fob somewhere on the west over here, either the rocks. It's very common to just shove a Logi straight into the fence line, the Hesco fence line on the western northwestern side. 355 tickets to 394 doesn't look completely lost just yet, but that 40-point ticket difference is going to be felt a lot more when all the vehicles for the British start working the objectives.
Oh yeah, thank you. I already have a Logi coming in. Alright.
Very calm command comms right now for the Chinese. As you now have, we're going to go down and check that out. Squad 4, very dangerous position. And unfortunately, one of the Logis is coming to do a Logi run, I believe. Squad 7 is getting a Logi run on the main attack fob. I really dislike that because this attack fob already has plenty of build, plenty of ammo. And oh, there it is. A wayward Chinese transport has just wiped a full Logi on the flank. And what a play.
I just clapped enemy Logi headed southeast. Looks like they were trying to head up to the backside of Gastown.
Oh, they clapped it. Fantastic little just... This is not a bad play at... Hold on, you have one or two British are still alive. This is not a bad... I guess little flank maneuver, obviously knocking out the Logi, but this route for the British is very common to try to sneak not just armored vehicles, but try to get a Logi on the backside of Gastown, and then you kind of push in from the east, southeast of Gas over onto the point itself. So huge play, getting the Chinese a little bit more time as well, so that way they can get a fob up on Gastown, and they do. There you go, Squad 2 has now set up an actual fob on the objective here on Gastown. And so Chinese, I don't know, this little special forces squad we got with the armored or weaponized transport with, was it Jimi Hendrix on the gun, might just kind of flip the script here. As we're at 354 tickets to 377. Okay, so now only a 20 ticket difference.
Enemy armor is pushing into Warhab.
And enemy armor, they're saying, is you see that recon vehicle, that scimitar. That is a little aggressive, I think, as I hear a tank also fire off. Squad 3 has their ZTZ up. You have Squad 8 with the Challenger up as well. And this is why it's a little dangerous. This scimitar is literally pushing face first into the hab with no... Do we have any? Way off to the left, you got Dingle Nut off camera trying to support. You have no infantry support for the scimitar. It is lightly skinned. Has only like a 5 or 6 clip before it has to reload that cannon up top. And there you go. It gets engine and 1 crewman down. And just the slow, painful death of the scimitar. Not sure if I like this play, but they are just keeping that hab locked down until ultimately, well, that was going to happen. Scimitar goes down, but they might have gotten... I was going to say they might have actually used a lot of ammo, but no, that Logi run earlier, 2,300 ammo over 1,500 build. You got 1,800 build here. Let me turn this up so you guys can see it just a little bit. Whoa, that is way too... okay, I'm not... Might be old. I'm not that old. I'll turn it up just like this so you guys can see it a little bit more clearly. As the Logi, they're trying to do it. Oh, hold on a second. There is actually a lot of really good moves happening here. Despite how horrible of a start it was for the armor for the Chinese, this squad, our little Spec Ops crew taking on a Logi earlier, has now come up and flanked the upper alley airbase fob, and they are digging down the radio as we speak. The hab is overrun. There's an ATGM they could actually jump up and use themselves if they wanted to. It looks like the up armored warrior of Special K and Kashura are trying to save it. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, but is this a bugged? The warrior itself looks like it's tracked. It doesn't actually have the tracks anymore. And hold on, there you go. ATGM. Sapphire Zane. Is that the Challenger? It is. Challenger is going to be taken out by his own ATGM. Oh my God, what a play, Zane! Oh my goodness, completely worth it. I actually wouldn't be surprised if that was...
It just shot me down as I was landing.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was a TK, actually. It is Admiral Allen! Admiral Allen, I'm not quite sure where he was. Admiral Allen got... Where is Admiral Allen? Unbelievable. Squad 3 from way downtown actually blew up his own friendly ATGM. Well, technically the enemy ATGM that just knocked out the Challenger. And despite their best efforts, in the meantime, the Spec Ops squad of Squad 9 is not able to knock out the fob just yet. Looks like Truth is now on the MG. You got Special K down there, Kashura, trying to mop it up, but fantastic play knocking out that Challenger. So that might just give a little bit more of an even playing field for the Chinese, as they still have both of their ZTZs up. We now have way out to the east here, Squad 4 has set up a rally. This is a British rally, actually. I'm not quite sure if the players are rendering just yet. But the ZTZ of Squad 6, Parma Violet, Matthew, and the better Chewy looks to have engaged, and there it is, all popping up right now. And that's a lot of dead British, actually. Nearly half the squad already wiped. And let's see, not the better Chewy and his ZTZ holding the line to the south side. Let's take a look at the Challenger. Very curious to see if it has any damage. And it doesn't. He has engine off as well, and I'm not seeing any enemy tank marks. I do see Fritz out here with his ATGM vehicle, probably looking southeast, but it doesn't look like, and I'm not hearing anything on comms either. The only thing that I've heard is some very basic movement callouts. Command chat for the PLA are kind of hurting themselves at this point. Not able to get accurate reads on where enemy vehicles are or enemy movements, as it's starting to feel like it's just one of those games where every squad is kind of playing a game of squad by themselves. The Challenger is going to peek out, and he needs to be very careful, because over up here to our left is, yep, there it is, Fritz. And he doesn't see him just yet. The hills might just save the Challenger. Keep an eye out for our left side. We might be seeing a ATGM impact soon, as the ZTZ looks to be just about hull down on Gastown, and he takes a shot anyway. Challenger impacts through the front turret, and he gets double tracked. The Challenger is in a horrible position. The ZTZ needs to take advantage of his hull down, and he banks a shot off the hillside. Sabo round deflects into the sky, as a third round now impacts the ZTZ, and he misses again, this time short. Sabo slamming into the hillside 5 feet in front of him. ZTZ trying to move a little bit, and that looks like it was impact as well. Now you have a secondary into the Challenger, and Challenger now impacts the dirt. Hong Jian on our left side. There he is. He is repositioning.
See multiple people pushing from.
I don't think he can see him just yet. ZTZ impacts again the front plate of the Challenger. And another Challenger needs to get moving quick, because he is very low on health. Some really good shots by the Chinese tank crew, and there it is. The ATGM mops it up. And Fritz with the Hong Jian. Hong Jian? Hey, whatever it is, it means one more dead British tank. And there you go. ATGMs knocking out both vehicles for the Brits. And this is incredible. Zero command, absolutely barren on command chat. Despite this, you have both Chinese tanks alive and well. You have both British tanks taken out by ATGMs. You have Squad 9 and Sparky not only knocking out a Logi earlier, but now sticking with it.
From the west right now.
And they have, I think they actually have that dug down. Let's turn on our outlines. Yes, it is on bleed out. The British FOB is on bleed out. And despite the active point being Iraqi hangars, you now have a slugfest. Both teams are fighting out in the middle of Iraqi hangars off the objective, while the British are now just losing vehicles left and right. They're losing FOBs left and right. And you're going to be down to... Oh, what was that? Oh, that was... Oh, the Chinese transport. I thought that was a Logi for just a second, but no, that's a transport from earlier. Squad 7 CD KZ Rampage able to knock that one out, but that might be a little too late, as Special K tries to save the radio and dies. Kashur now is an abandoned up armored warrior. Sparky is down. The big play here would be if Sapphire Zane, I'm not sure if they have any anti-tank. Let's actually take a look at Squad 9's Raider. It's a big question mark if Raider and Mustang, as they spawn in, if they have any AT, they could actually take out Squad 7, who's Sapphire Zane. He's the one who knocked out the tank earlier with that co-opted tow missile, and he might get himself a 50 cal in the side of the face for his troubles, but KZ Rampage just misses him, and now Kashura Swaps back to the driver. And
Enemy app on airfield is dead.
unbelievable play. That actually might win the game here. Kashura.
Nice. Yo, how was it looking on gas now? You guys good?
Trying to just RTB because he is without a second crewman. And he should be safe. KZ, wait a second. Sapphire Zane is charging KZ Rampage. He notices that he doesn't have anyone in the vehicle's weapon system, and he comes around the corner and he actually does it. What a play. KZ Rampage gets a face full of full auto, and Sapphire Zane drops a C4 as well. Unbelievably aggressive play is he's rewarded with it. This is incredible. This one squad 9,
They are pushing us.
making some massive plays, and now Sapphire Zane, he might still have an AT mine.
They're all mostly pushing from our marker over here.
As the vehicle behind us finally pops to C4. Kashura just needs to get out of here at this point. You got a whole bunch of infantry. Squad 9 keeps his rally up. Squad 2 defending Gastown, and you have a non-fob with the British all just dead in the east side. It actually looks like they might have been completely wiped because we're not seeing a rally anymore. So honestly, at this point, Squad 7, some squad, they need to get a fob out that is a better attacking fob. If you're Chinese, you want to be on the west side of Iraqi hangar. And we're gonna go take a look
Anybody doing helo shit?
at exactly what is going on, because this is
Whoever comes back up, I'll set up
a lot of
here.
fighting.
Start pushing onto the
281 tickets for the Chinese, 260 for the British. The British might just get distracted enough for China to pull this comeback win out as mortars land on I'm 100% famous. Oh wow, mortars actually landing right next to this rally position, right in the gully here. Breakdown Keen might actually squash it as he charges. Homeless man on the wall.
Yeah, also, by the way, I have airstrike available, so if you need an airstrike, so just let me know.
Breakdown King coming around the south side flank. And the British are trying to breach. Looks like, I think, Shizzle knocking him out from up top in this little outpost here. As Breakdown King, he might be able to pull out a nice little flank in Bartow. Manages to mop him up though, so here you go. You got a nice little attack line here, but British trying to get some combined arms action. As it looks like, I think this is a CTAS coming to support. That is a scimitar. And that is a full helicopter. Hold on a second. Full helicopter. Coming around the backside as the CTAS pops a little, I believe, Logi. And what a... Thought he nearly did it. Did he do a flip? Maybe some evasive maneuvers trying to get rid of any ATGMs that were tracking him. And this is a very aggressive, kind of confusing flight path at this point. Is there any ATGMs that are down south? And no, there's actually no ATGMs on Gastown. So this full helicopter, maybe he's just trying to see what he can actually pull out. Completely full command squad for the British are all inside, and man, is he flying incredibly low. Nice little J-hook into... Wow, and it's a soft landing. Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. The quick drop, radio's down. Entire squad is dismounted, supplies dropped, and you're going to have a fob up here shortly. And with command in there, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a command strike as soon as possible. But what a fantastic little hot drop from the British here. incredible flying, and now it's up to was it Meat Plow and Oj, the crew member still in that that Puma. But man, incredible play here.
Except the infantry vehicle.
And it's going to be, let's see, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. They actually did just now have an ATGM up. I'm not sure if that was just built, but they should have had that earlier.
We're going to start pushing into Iraqi after this place.
But as this gets set up, you have Jory Matthews
Gas station.
taking some shots from some British, and he does go down. So a little nervy if you're the Chinese, because you actually have a lot of good movement. Squad 9, they're trying to flank around out here. You have their move marker. They want to set up maybe a new rally, then get a good position on Iraqi hangars. And actually, if they're able to do what they did on Upper Alley Air Base over to Iraqi hangars, they can actually get a whole bunch of this British infantry blob cut out and stuck. So this is a lot of people complain about Talil. They say it's a vehicle only map. You can't have good troop movements as infantry. I think this is showing that is completely not true. If you just work together, always another. Looks like he's teabagging Arthur's show for some reason. 8. Meat Plow, he's just pulling little barrel rolls, and he's just showing off at this point. He needs to be careful. That's a lot of gloating on a map with a lot of ATGMs. Could be very dangerous here shortly, as command now for the British have set in and called in an artillery strike right on gas. So the plan is this entire infantry group is going to push in right as Artie is finishing, and hopefully able to take out a bunch of the defensive positions. But the issue is with Gastown, yeah, you might knock out the ATGM or something, but you still have a lot of open ground. There's Banana Man, Chatto, Flame Direct, Friendly Camper, Slammer of Jams, and Cheva. Start shift Wing right across. Oh, and Klopp's Bandit with a good flank. He has an auto rifle. He cuts down 3. And oh my goodness, Flame Direct just stands up strong. And Klopp's nearly with the entire squad wipe. Yep, had the automatic rifle there. What a huge play. That actually might save Gastown, because apart from him, you had 1 or 2 actual Chinese players up on the point and being active. Everyone else was either killed or trying to rebuild from the Artie strike. So Klops might have just saved that push. And hold on a second.
Seven, do you see anything
Off our left, Fire Knight and the Tickler with their scimitar as 100% famous. And they're playing a little bit of music, so I'm not going to get close, but this person, I believe this person's something. My Chinese is rusty.
We're gonna work our way to the backside.
Jacob, go run. He's a passenger, I believe, or driver rather.
Right now, let's have a good push.
This is what happens when you don't speak Chinese for like 8 years. You forget it all. Let's call him Jay. ATGM flies right over the scimitar. Fire Knight and the Tickler move somehow, just barely. Yeah, that ATGM would have instant one-shot popped it, and there it goes. They give him a second chance, and this time they don't miss. The Tickler gets tickled. And the Chinese are okay on Gastown. This fob, you have a big UAV call out. This is a giant radius. You have a very small, the Chinese UAV is very, very tiny actually. Or do they have they don't have the copy of the US one, do they? We'll see in a second. I could have sworn they had almost the kind of Russian type UAV, which is very, very small. But this UAV call out, you should now see, I heard on command chat earlier, one of the few things they have talked about is they do have an airstrike available. So with Ven trying to get a nice little flank around, but he does get killed by Banana Man or KZ Rampage, I would not be surprised if command tries to airstrike and knock out not just the radio, but the hab as well. Try to dial that in. And if you can combine your infantry push with that airstrike, that would be easy wipe for the FOB. And here we go as squad 10 and 4 for the British keep slamming into Gastown. You now have squad 7.
7 enemy Vic is south of you.
And hold on, squad 7 setting up a new attack FOB for Iraqi hangars. I think that's going to be a little bit too far, but not only that, Kwaki and King Bob with this CTAS, they've been doing work earlier. They knocked out a transport, and they might come around and just barely pull out a save on a sneaky squad 7 hab. Keep having to use the map because we are so far away from this. Try to scroll up their speed here. Zoom around. If squad 7 can get a FOB down, this might be a little too far for him. But in the meantime, as we see, actually, hold on, the British have been pushed back off the central hangar area, and you now have a double tank attack. I don't know, is that what you call it? Doesn't matter. 2 tanks. Whatever you call it, it looks freaking cool. ZTZ's opening fire on the British infantry. And they have completely started to push him back here. So squad 7, his little stuck in his little set of rocks over out here. I'm trying to see where the actual CTAS went. There he is. Big flanking on the north side here. As he, oh my goodness, these ZTZs. iPod Bob goes down. Another one of his buddies also get absolutely vaporized by the ZTZ. But there is a CTAS problem, and I don't know. I know you guys are like, hey Moi, I want to see the map. I know, 1 second, or I want to see the game, not the map. 1 second. This is actually incredibly important because these ZTZs are now starting to pin the entire British team back, and because the British, I don't think they have any ammo here. They don't have any ammo. They've wasted a lot of their ammo on a couple of the ATGMs, which is 500 each, and mortars. Because they don't have any ammo for their heavy anti-tank, as you can see Griffin here, he's now down to 1 ammo. These tanks can just push in without any worry. There's no challengers that can be called in because there's only one that just spawned in, and they have to go across the entire map. With the tanks pushing in, you can see them create all this space. And now the infantry are just folding into the gaps, the space fold into the gaps from the space created by the tanks. And just as we called it earlier, it looks like the Chinese have done an airstrike, and he did it. Not just 1, but 2. Knocks out the radio. That will be on bleed out, and the hab is down as well. So now squad 1. Oh, they're getting an ammo drop. A bunch of ammo should be unloading, and you can knock out the scimitar, and infantry can now push out and try to mop up that Gastown attack fob. Despite, if you asked me when this round started who was going to win, I was going to say British hands down with the way that British rollout.
They're going to take it up. Yeah, they're going to take it up though.
But hey, got to give him credit. 204 tickets now for the Chinese, 157 for the British. And it looks like this CTAS is now being hunted by the better Chewy and Prima Violet. They can take out this CTAS on the north side. Then the Chinese are completely open to setting up a fob on the northwest fence line. Take out the CTAS, drop a new attack fob on the northwest side, and Iraqi hangars. It's just a matter of time before that goes down. Now you got cat and mouse. Fortunately for the ZTZ, this is a fairly safe cat and mouse chase. You know, if this is another tank, you're going to want to have a helicopter scouting for you. You're going to want to have other vehicles around to support you, maybe infantry dismounts on hills. But you don't have to worry about the CTAS's autocannon. I mean, yeah, it might track you a little bit, knock out your engine. You're not going to die to it. And there's the CTAS. And they missed the shot. Hold on a second. CTAS going for the tracks. And they track him. Oh, but the CTAS. Oh, unbelievable. CTAS, for some reason, decides. Oh, he's ammo racked.
Nice.
And the CTAS is ammo racked. What a sight to see.
Enemy CTAS destroyed.
Unbelievable. The CTAS actually did what they had to do. You had to track the ZTZ and then get around the backside. But for whatever reason, instead of taking advantage of the tracked tank, they literally drove over and towards them. They should have tracked him and then popped smoke and hightailed it. And now you might just have a little bit of revenge here. As the crewman is shift W and you have driver and commander both out trying to repair the tracks. Oh my goodness, is he going to be able to do it? He's going around the backside. And he knocks them both out. Unbelievable.
Wait, you were both out?
Tell 7 to come here.
What a misplay. And that actually might be huge because you have a challenger coming.
Fall back to West El Qadir. We're not getting fucking Iraqi. We gotta focus on gas.
And I think the challenger, you can just see him.
Back to get a secondary hab south of the enemy
This challenger cannot believe his luck. What a misplay by that crew. And I think, yeah, he's finally down. Oh, I didn't actually get his name. Gave up a little too late.
Copy that. Second, and I'm sending him.
But whichever crewman that was on one of the tanks here. Oh, and here it is. Challenger from way downtown pops up, and there you go. Knocks out the engine now to the ZTZ. First impact looks like it hit the other track, so didn't do any hull damage. Challenger now is having some free shots because before he went down, that British crewman dropped the smoke. And a third round now impacts. ZTZ is actually at a good angle though to start deflecting shots. ZTZ goes for the track, disable, and ZTZ is on fire as the Challenger's now taking impacts from his right side. And he's ammo racked. Unbelievable. Challenger ammo racked by the Chinese ATGM. A second one comes in, and that Challenger is going to be dead as well. At this point, I don't know who's baiting who. Challenger, oh my goodness. I mean, I guess you'll take that trade. I think this is Fritz again with an unbelievable kill. He's now killed 2 Challengers this round. And that might just about do it. Can I say just one more time? I can. That was just awesome. 131 tickets to 142. Because in the meantime, as all the cool things were going on, everyone was focused on Iraqi, despite command actually taking out the FOB with their airstrike. There was not enough infantry presence to mop it up, even though the British have lost almost all of their vehicles at this point. the infantry was able to push out and capture Gastown, so the Chinese have lost Gastown. Squad 9 is single-handedly keeping the team in it. Sparky right now they have set up an attack fob. It looks like they've actually destroyed the fob down in the middle of nowhere. This used to be this rally. Squad 4 rally was a British fob. And let's see. ZBL, I think, is actually taking out the Scimitar finally. So Scimitar does go down in Gastown. ZBL, here you go, right here, taking him out. So this is one of the most active rounds of Talil I have ever seen. Usually you have a lot of turtling. This is a Chinese fob that was placed down right outside the cap point of Iraqi hangars. So as much as the team is going to be wanting to focus on the grind that Iraqi hangars is, that is no longer an active objective for the Chinese. You need to get all your troops out onto Gastown, and it's going to be very hard to do that because Gastown is going to have, look at all the red that is just starting to pop up. I think we have another challenger. Yep, Squad 6 has impacted the ZTZ from the airstrip.
We gotta get you back.
And they have no eyes on him. Admiral Allen and Sheriff in town, they don't see the challenger. And this is actually fantastic work by the British tank. He's not sitting still. A lot of tanks in this type of position, they would just hold and just take plenty of shots right in the middle of the airstrip so they get accurate shots. King Bob and Quacky have actually been on the move and managed to hit all 3 of their shots so far. And they, oh my God, they go 4 for 4 while moving. ZTZ dead before they even know what hit them. And King Bob have upgraded from their CTAS to a challenger with devastating effect. I'm not quite sure what they're going to be able to do on Gastown without their 2 ZTZs. You might have to ask, is it Fritz? I thought I saw Fritz's ATGM vehicle way out north still.
Squad 4, we're gonna try.
Fritz, over the hills.
Never mind, it's proxy.
I think that's him.
Yeah, Squad 4.
Oh, but he goes down.
BMD coming out of main.
That was a kill by, can't quite get the name, but on the ATGM of Gastown, I think he might have just saved King Bob and Quacky. Always another one, it looks like, with the ATGM kill. And oh my goodness, I think China has lost it. Trying to see if there's any other vehicle. That is both of the Chinese tanks down. We lost one in the northwest. We lost one just here. You have some ZBLs that looks like they're going to be absolutely torn to shreds by the challengers. And despite having all the momentum, it looks like the vehicles are going to come online at the perfect time for the British, for them to just steamroll Gastown and take the W. ZBL pushing through the infantry, and they're gonna pop over the hill and not realize that, yo, we got a challenger right here. Challenger with a Sabo round right through the side of the ZBL. He's gonna back up, but it's gone. Oh my God, the challenger's gonna get 2. Doesn't know who to shoot first. Oh, the ATGM is a little too close. And there you go, a second round now impacts. ZBL is going to try to at least track him, but that's going to do nothing as the challenger reloads and takes 2 for 1. And that is a complete Chinese wipe. Challenger dominating the hills of Talil. Unbelievable. When they had to come in, they came in clutch. And 51 tickets, 50 now to 107. And oh my goodness, it might be a third. And it will be. That's an engine kill. As the ZBD rather is going to back up right in the sights of the challenger. And King Bob and Quacky can't believe their luck. I got so excited, I just whacked my mouse right there. That's why it just shot up. Damn, I had hands off my keyboard just shouting and cheering as the challenger. Oh my God. Unbelievable. The Chinese lose about 100 tickets in just a few minutes. Unbelievable. I almost no words. The only thing that can help right now is, oh my goodness, wait, is this what I think it is? This,
We gotta get gas down now. They have nothing in gas down. We just gotta push it.
that rally is on bleed out. Okay, 20 tickets. It's gonna be donezo. This radio,
We tried to get a half down and gas down. But
the blue hourglass that you see is on bleed out, and that is a 20 cost ticket radio. And it finally goes to, oh wait, no, another radio went down.
Next one.
Down to 4 tickets, 1 ticket to 100, and that's gonna be it. The British managed to pull out victory from the jaws of defeat. And 100 tickets to 0.
it's close. Good job.
Great try, guys.
I gotta say, China had it and completely fumbled it at the 5-yard line. But gotta give credit to, oh my goodness, Squad 6 with 34 kills, only 2 deaths and 37 confirmed. Unbelievable. GG, 191 kills to 164. GG's.